Hey everybody, Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala here. For those of you who know me, I live in Southern Ontario, near Toronto, near Hamilton, and I recently got the opportunity to go and check out a new game store in Stoney Creek, which is a suburb of Hamilton. And believe it or not, this is the only game store in Stoney Creek. Hamilton has a few, but I've noticed that particularly retro game stores in my area, there's one or two staples, but a lot of them have dropped away, and that's a shame. I really like brick and mortar stores, so I got invited to come take a look, and of course, because it's my channel, there is a homebrew connection, so stay to the end of the video, and these guys may or may not be carrying some homebrew games. So the store is called Super Castle Video, and they had this huge Mario out front, and I got to talk with the owner at a quiet point. His name is Nick.
Hey everyone, my name's Nick. I just opened Super Castle Video at the beginning of 2024. It's a video game and movie store. We specialize in just about anything you can think of, games and movies. We've been slowly expanding things as we go along. It's a slow process, but it's growing, and I plan to have the store be a big destination for people to visit in the future. And so here we carry everything from as early as the Atari 2600 all the way up to modern day Switch and PlayStation 5. So our most popular stuff is going to always be Nintendo. That's just generally what people like the most, but we have plenty of people coming in all the time that are always looking into things like PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. That's the generation that's kind of growing right now, because it goes alongside with the GameCube and everything. So I'm the only game store in Stoney Creek at the moment, which is a suburb of Hamilton. So if you're ever in the area or driving down the QEW, feel free to come in, stop by, say hello, ask for some help. I'd be glad to show you around the store. We offer disc servicing in store. It's a professional grade Eco Auto Smart machine. It's able to clean just about any scratch off of any CD-based or DVD-based game. It even cleans GameCube discs. So we try our best to carry different types of import games, whatever really comes in on trade credit. I'll carry just about any, if it's a video game, I'll carry it in the store, just because there's going to be someone out there who's interested in looking for that item, and for me to be able to sell that to them means a lot. It's always great to please people, that, especially when they've been looking for something very specific for a really long time. So it's always really important to just have a little bit of everything available for everybody. And as I said, I plan to grow things even bigger and better than I have them now. Right now it's early, things are getting started, and there's tons of room for expansion and adding more product and lots of different things that people can be excited about.
And so yeah, I'm just kind of showing a little bit more of the store. It wasn't a massive store, but it certainly has room for expansion. Like Nick said, he just started at the start of the year, so he's still building inventory. But it's really nice to be able to see this stuff in a brick and mortar store. It's rarer than you think in my area. He also had, as you can see, lots of Blu-rays, lots of DVDs. He even had a bunch of VHS tapes, which I know have, for some reason, become quite collectible now. Hey, I don't judge. Here we had some Amiibos, and yeah, I really want to support stores like this. I noticed that his prices were very reasonable. I did end up picking up a few NES games that I did not have. Earlier in the day, he had told me that he had checked out my game room tour, and he's like, wow, I have something that you need. And I was like, yes, you do. I haven't actually picked up NES games for quite a while because they're expensive, and his were pretty reasonably priced, so I was able to add a few to the collection. So lots of Wii here. There's some more NES. As we saw before, there was a bunch of Xbox and Switch and Wii U and Sega. Lots of NES, especially for a store this size. I was actually pretty happy with the selection there. So if you're ever driving through the Hamilton area, or let's say you're going to visit Toronto or visit Niagara Falls, this is kind of in between those two. Definitely worth a visit, even just to go and say hi. I strongly recommend supporting brick and mortar stores like this. But there is an extra little bit that we're coming up to, in that there was a homebrew publisher. For those of you who know, he's sitting in the back there. There was a homebrew publisher here, and he is going to be selling some of his games in this store. So if you want to pick up some cool homebrews, Intellivision Homebrews from one of the best publishers out there, you can pick them up here.
Hi, I'm William Moeller, and I'm here at Super Castle Video showing some of my games, and they're going to be available here for people in the Southern Ontario area. So come on down and check out the Intellivision stuff at Super Castle Video.
So cool to potentially have some homebrew games being sold in a brick and mortar store like this. I really love it. So there you go, that's Super Castle Video, a new store in Stoney Creek. Like I said, if you're ever in the area, I know people that watch my channel are kind of all over the world, but if you're ever in the Southern Ontario area, check them out, say hi, even mention that you saw this video here. I have not been paid for this. This is not a sponsored anything. It's just I was invited to come check out William showing off his games at this new store, and I'm happy to support local places like this that are trying to keep retro gaming alive in these kind of brick and mortar stores. It was really cool seeing people come into the store, and you got young kids gravitating to those arcade one-up cabinets, and you know, dad's looking through the NES games, and then you know, mom's kind of sitting there waiting for them, maybe looking at the DVDs. It's a type of shopping experience you don't get that often anymore. I know some of you are really lucky where you've got great video game stores near you. I've only got a couple, and I am glad that another one's being added. So that's just a little tour of their store. Like I said, if you're ever in the area, check them out, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.